to bounce the ball to start the play in the final quarter of the VFL Grand Final for 1965. Essendon wearing the all black with the red sash, and St Kilda wearing the white shorts. There's the bounce of the ball. And a ruck infringement favours St Kilda and will be taken by their giant follower, Carl Dittrich. He wastes no time, goes forward with an enormous drop kick towards full forward. Howell has the run of the ball, but it's taken away from him by Payne of Essendon. He's pushed away as he kicks the ball, and it goes across the line and out of bounds. Essendon 10-18-78, St Kilda 5-11-41.
Verdon Howell once again at full forward. They've swung him from full forward to full back, and now he is back at full forward for St Kilda.
There's Burt with the ball for Essendon. Grabbed. Epps comes in to back him up. That's Epps with the ball now, driving it towards the centre. Jack Clark sets himself for the mark with Griffiths. Neither could mark it out. It comes towards Blue. Blue immediately swings the ball way out onto the outer side of the ground, and there the ball beats Reid, number 7 of St Kilda, over the line to be thrown in. No score in the final quarter, which has been in progress about a minute and a half. Ruckman vying for it there. Sampson getting a tap straight down towards Burt. Burt is interfered with and will get the free kick. John Burt, the Essendon rover. He's had 20 kicks so far. Been a very damaging player, this fellow. There's his drop kick, a nice one up onto the left half forward flank where Fraser flies for the ball, knocked away by Sinman, number 9, and out of play. This time the ball to be thrown in by boundary umpire Green on Essendon's left half forward flank. Sampson, number 34, rucking magnificently, getting the tap at Shark there by St Kilda, though, driven down towards the wing position. Baldock goes for it there. Davis is in the thick of it, couldn't break clear. In comes Reid with the ball now for St Kilda, gets a hand pass across. Away go that St Kilda into attack, but the attack is broken up by Shelton. Shelton, who was a very doubtful player for Essendon today because of a shoulder injury, has come into the side and played a very solid game. There's his kick towards the centre of the ground, and Jack Clark, who was very quiet in the first half, has really come into the game, was damaging in the third quarter in the centre. There's his kick driving the ball forward up onto Essendon's left half forward flank. There it goes over the line. Essendon 10-18, 78 points. St Kilda 5-11-41.
2.5 minutes of play have gone by in the last quarter. And from the boundary throw-in, it looks like Burt picking up the ball, but no, it's kicked off the ground by Rowlands. Dittrich goes in hard, overruns the ball. A lot of heavy bumping going on out there. Dittrich tries to break his way clear, can't get clear. Burt eventually comes to the ball. It's picked up by Epps. Epps not very popular with the crowd, but his stab pass finds Johnson in at centre half forward for Essendon. Johnson goes on with play quickly, looking for Fordham. Fordham are trying to outreach Murray from behind. What's the umpire's decision? It's play on. There's a snapshot for goal by Essendon's Mitchell, and it's through for a behind only. Murray, the St Kilda fullback, to put the ball into play once again. There's his spiral punt kick towards the wing position. McMaster Smith gives away a free kick by running straight at Blue and not making any attempt to mark the ball, and Blue, the Essendon wingman, will take the free kick and drive Essendon into attack. He's given the lead by Fordham out towards the forward pocket. Murray is backing towards Fordham. Fordham claims the ball. It slips from his grasp. Egan is in there but can't control the ball, and it slips from his grasp across the line and out of bounds. Essendon in attack, full forward right. 4 minutes of play gone in the first quarter.
Here's the ball into play with Sampson knocking it down. He's been a damaging player in the ruck all day. Roland, 26, comes in for St Kilda, tries to break clear, but the Essendon defenders are playing a close checking and won't allow the St Kilda forwards to break away. Another throw-in. There's Sampson. The blonde there is Dittrich. Dittrich comes into the ball here. The whistle is gone. It's a free kick, I think, to St Kilda. Rowland to take the free. He immediately drives the ball towards the centre of the ground. There's Kennedy setting himself at the mark. Not allowed. Payne comes in for Essendon, grabs the ball nicely, swings it over his left shoulder, up towards Sampson, who flies for it. It's knocked away. St Kilda come in here. There's a chance for McMaster Smith to get it. He does so. Sends the ball down towards Cooper. He flies. He's been kept out of the game, though, by Shelton. But in comes Gerlach this time. The whistle's gone behind the play, and it'll be a free to St Kilda. Baldock to take the free. Darryl Baldock, the St Kilda captain, to take the free kick. Has the ball on the member stand wing position. There's his drop kick up towards centre half forward. Coming from behind was Shelton. Couldn't mark the ball. It's picked up by Clark. Clark gets the ball towards Mitchell. Mitchell dummies nicely. Gets a lead further afield from Sampson. Sampson comes to the ball here. Hand passes across. It's come out here where it's picked up nicely by Gosper. Gosper shoots for goal and it goes through. A goal to Essendon. No one at home, as you saw, for St Kilda. And that's to
the centre to Jeff Crouch. Jeff Crouch in charge of his second Victorian Grand Final. There's the bounce of the ball. Mackenzie with a mighty punch lands the ball with Fraser almost at centre half forward. Picked up by Sinman of St Kilda. He transfers play out to the wing. Epps goes in hard. He's met solidly. The ball comes to ground. Picked up by Smith of St Kilda. He drives the ball out into the open spaces, but it's all Essendon, and the ball comes across the line and out of bounds. St Kilda making a change. McMaster Smith is coming off the ground towards the St Kilda bench, and his replacement Kevin Roberts is coming on. There you see them. Meanwhile, the ball has gone forward for Essendon towards their half-forward flank, and once again it's out of bounds. Kevin Roberts on for St Kilda, replacing McMaster Smith, so St Kilda have their full complement of reserves on the field. 6 minutes of play have gone by. Fraser takes the ruck duel, gets it to Burt. Burt is put down but gets his kick. It looks to be all St Kilda. Sinman palms the ball over. It's taken nicely by Head, the back pocket player for St Kilda. Drives the ball towards Stewart, but a magnificent mark taken by Davis. Pulled the ball in virtually one hand. And a good kick to go with it too. Lands the ball back towards centre half forward. All players overrun the ball. A chance for Sinman to go back to the ball again, but Blue has too much pace for him. The Essendon wingman sees a lead from Sampson in the pocket. Ditterich comes in, bumps Sampson out of the way. The ball stays in play. Ditterich comes back onto it again, but a free kick has been given for an infringement which Ditterich gave away to Sampson, and it will be Sampson's free kick. Now Sampson is well within range, however the angle may be just a little acute for him. Sampson just getting his wind back. Umpire Crouch whistles up and tells him to go on with play. Sampson is 50 yards out. His drop kick is covering the distance, but it's offline. Could be forced through, but there's a mark being claimed by Essendon. Fordham it is who's got the ball. He's been allowed the mark. Has kicked 5 goals already, and from an almost impossible angle runs round, snaps for goal and puts it behind. Essendon 11-20, 86. St Kilda 5-11, 41.
And there's no doubt about that. They're also winning handsomely in the air. Their experience is there, and their half-back line is dominating, shutting the St Kilda half-back line right out of the game. Now here's Murray putting the ball into play. Cooper flies for it, couldn't hold it, picked up there by Mackenzie. Mackenzie towards Fordham, and Fordham takes out another mark. What a magnificent player this chap has been for Essendon in the final series. 6 goals last week against Collingwood. Here he is taking his 11th mark and having a chance to record his 6th goal. He's about 30 yards out. Almost straight in front. There's the shot for goal, and it's through for a 6-pointer. Another goal to Essendon, and I should say that has just about clinched it. Hated it since half-time.
Another bounce down in the centre. Mackenzie, another enormous punch, will land the ball almost in the forward pocket. It's picked up by St Kilda's back pocket player Head and driven out onto the flank, and there's Kevin Roberts into the game for the first time for St Kilda. His drop kick is a good one, looking for Baldock at half forward. Baldock is up, has the ball punched away from him. Through comes Egan. He's grabbed too high and brought down, and it will be Egan's free kick. Egan being helped there by Mackenzie, 24, and Pryor, 21. Egan, who came on as a replacement for Essendon, now drives the ball towards centre half forward, looking for Fraser. Fraser has the ball brushed away from him. It's picked up by Head of St Kilda. He drives the ball out onto the flank. Epps is out there doing battle with Reid. Alec Epps turns around onto his left foot, drives the ball with a good kick back in towards Fraser at half forward. Too many St Kilda players there, but they can't pull in the ball. It comes down to Smith. Smith drives the ball out onto the wing where he was given the lead by Griffiths, but the ball beats Stewart across the line, and Davis too, and out of bounds. Essendon 12-20, 92. St Kilda 5-11, 41.
And we're 10 minutes into the final quarter. There's Mackenzie tapping the ball. It's gone straight to Sarakowski of St Kilda. He sends the ball forward. Chance here for St Kilda. Hand pass finds Smith. Smith in turn to Stewart. Stewart balks nicely. Drives the ball right up in front of goal, where the mark is taken easily in defence here by Charlie Payne. Payne, the back pocket player for Essendon. He's played a good solid game all day, this fellow. There's his kick towards the centre of the ground. Chance here for Davis. Davis is tackled, holds the ball. Umpire Crouch moves in and will bounce it. It's on St Kilda's left half forward flank. Ruck set themselves for it. There's Neil grabbing the ball for St Kilda, puts his boot to it, sends it forward, not very far. It's picked up here by Roland. Roland has a long shot at goal. This could be a good one. We'll wait on it. It's a beauty, straight through. Two goals.
Tap down, it comes towards Mitchell. His kick is smothered. Pace finds out for Jack Clark. Jack Clark is brought down, however, after he kicks the ball. It's taken by Sinman of St Kilda. Kicks the ball right across the ground towards the boundary line. Epps is leading in the race to the ball. Picks it up nicely with one hand, and he's rather dumped unceremoniously by Stewart after he got rid of the ball. A clash of players in the centre of the ground. It's picked up by Cooper. Cooper drives St Kilda forward towards centre half forward. Kennedy claims the mark, and he's been allowed the mark almost at centre half forward. Shelton making sure that he doesn't run off. Kennedy, a long drop kick looking for Howe. Howe has the ball punched away. Here's a chance for Baldock running into an open goal. He pops it through, and St Kilda have 7 goals on the board. Baldock second. There's Darryl Baldock, the St Kilda captain, closely attended by Jeff Pryor, the Essendon centre half back.
Well, a lot of people are probably asking themselves the question, can St Kilda pull the game out of the fire? Well, we've had about 30 minutes of play in the final term. They're still well behind. There's Dittrich going for the ball, keeps going for it, number 10. Dittrich grabs it nicely, puts his beat to the ball, sends it forward. Out come Essendon in defence. There's Pryor spilling the mark, recovers well, sends a hand pass, but it's snapped up here by Reeder St Kilda. He goes forward. There's his kick, driving the ball into the forward pocket, and a beautiful mark taken by Howe. Murray, is it? No, it's Morton, who came on for St Kilda as a reserve. And there's Morton right on the fringe of the boundary line. A very difficult shot. Well, a straight kick here will give St Kilda a lot of heart. There's his kick at goal. It was a pretty good attempt, just a wee bit off line. A very acute angle, that one. That single takes St Kilda.
This is Greg Brown, the Essendon fullback, to kick out once again and put the ball into play. All long, driving drop kick, looking for Mackenzie. The ball punched away from that player, but Mackenzie comes back onto it again. Goes in short to Mitchell. Mitchell is dragged off the ball, picked up by St Kilda, taken now by Griffiths. Griffiths drives the Saints forward. Here's Morton flying again. The ball comes to the ground. Baldock is brushed away from the ball, taken by Pryor of Essendon, and driven out to the flank, where the mark is taken by Blue. Blue drives Essendon further forward once more, looking for Gosper. The ball is punched away from that player, comes back into play to Mitchell. Good football by Essendon. The Dons going forward again, looking for Fordham in the pocket. Fordham is up high. It comes to Sampson. Sampson in trouble, balks, whips the hand pass to Fordham. Fordham runs in, slams away at goal, and puts another one on the board. That's his 7th goal, and Essendon move on to 98.
7 so far in this match to Ted Fordham, 6 in the preliminary final against Collingwood. What a magnificent player by the effort by the Essendon full forward. Now back on the centre, there's Reid with the ball for St Kilda, driving it down towards Kennedy. Shelton's going in, there's Baldock coming to the ball, number 4 also. Baldock gets a push in the back, and I think we'll get a free kick. We'll wait and see. Yes, Darryl Baldock nodding his head, said it's my ball, and he'll take the free within kicking range too. He'll be about 45 yards out the angle, about 45 degrees. The breeze is coming right behind him. All eyes on Baldock. Capacity crowd here, 100,000 people as he lines this one up towards the goal. It's falling a little bit short. Howe flew high for the ball. It's knocked through though. Another behind to St Kilda. St Kilda now 7-13, 55 points. Essendon.
As Brown brings the ball into play once again. Another long drop kick looking for Mackenzie, and that player flying high through the pack to take a good mark for Essendon. Mackenzie may have hurt himself as he came down after taking that mark, going back and taking plenty of time. Time, of course, is on Essendon's side. They hold a 43-point lead. Mackenzie's kick is not a good one, falls safely into the arms of Gosper on the centre wing for Essendon. Gosper drives the ball forward, high in the air. A big punch away from behind the pack by Cooper. Lands the ball out on the centre wing near Roberts, and Roberts finds the boundary line too close. 15 is Cooper. 31 Mitchell, 24 Mackenzie. Mackenzie's hand gets to the ball. It's picked up by Rowland for St Kilda. He runs into trouble, is brought down. Meantime, Burt picks up the ball, kicks it in towards the forward pocket. Essendon going in hard there, but the ball beats all players across the boundary line once more. Essendon 13-20-98. St Kilda 7-13-55. Boundary throw in, Dittrich up high. The ball comes down to Rowland. A quick kick drives the ball towards the centre of the ground where the wing position. Shelton claims the mark, goes on with play. A short pass looking for Johnson. Johnson is beaten to the ball by Serakovsky of St Kilda. He puts the ball up towards centre half forward. Mark almost brought down there. Howe comes out showing a lot of dash for St Kilda. Picked up by Gerlach in defence for Essendon. Driven wide to the flank where Johnson gives him the lead. Johnson comes to the ball, bounces it ahead of him, comes back and picks up the ball again, paddles it on once more, gets his kick eventually, is dealt with after he kicks and gives away a free kick further downfield to be taken by Sampson. Sampson's free kick for Essendon. 55 to 60 yards out from goal, and Essendon 98 leads St Kilda 55 after 19 minutes in the last quarter.
Sampson will put this ball right up towards the goal. There it is where Fordham goes for it. It's knocked away, comes out towards Cross. Cross puts his boot to the ball. Chance here for Essendon through Blue. Blue gets hold of it, will drive it right up towards the goal. There's Fraser letting the ball go right over his head, and it goes through for a point to Essendon. Essendon now 13-21, 99 points, and Kilda 7-13-55. And Essendon appear to have this grand final all sewn up with about 9 minutes remaining for play. Here's the ball put into play, a beautiful kick out to the centre of the ground. Chance there for Ross Smith to get the ball, couldn't do so. It's picked up here though by Essendon. Sampson driving the ball forward. There's Dittrich flying high, just failing to hold the mark. He goes on with play, dashing downfield into the open spaces on the outer wing position, gets a lead further afield here. The mark taken by Reid, I think it is, or rather Kevin Roberts. He drives the ball forward, but it chips Gerlach to mark the ball and break up the attack. This is where St Kilda are broken down across their half-forward line. There's a kick by Gerlach onto Essendon's left half-forward flank. There's Burt knocking the ball on in front of him. Across of St Kilda comes in, picks up the ball. Has got a lead here further afield. Mark very nearly taken there. In fact, the ball is gathered in by Darryl Griffiths. He gets a lead from Baldock, and Baldock takes the mark, immediately goes on with play, whips a hand pass forward. Here's the ball coming right up in front of goal. Brown is going for it. I think it's going to bounce through. Yes, it's a goal. Kevin Roberts it was who put that through for St Kilda. Nice piece of play from Baldock, saw the lead, and Roberts with a long shot.
There's Kevin Roberts walking back to his position on the centre wing as Jeff Crouch bounces the ball once more. Up high is Sampson. His tap down doesn't go to anybody except Cooper. Cooper to Reid. Griffiths trying to pick up the ball. Jack Clark is in there. A kick off the ground, lands the ball with Smith. He drives forward. Here's Baldock. A chance for Baldock to shoot for goal. He's offline with a left foot snap, and a behind only is the result. St Kilda 8. 37 points the difference still, with Essendon leading.
Good many of the huge crowd leaving the ground now, Dick.
Yes, they're starting to stream away, Ken, as Brown kicks the ball off once more out towards Sampson. Umpire Crouch has seen interference, and the free kick will go to Kevin Roberts. Roberts of St Kilda now on the half-forward flank, looking for a lead further afield. None forthcoming. So he elects to kick, and what a magnificent kick it is too, right up into the teeth of goal. Pack flies high for the ball. St Kilda mark claimed, but Davis has hold of the ball. Umpire Crouch running in. What will be the decision? I think he'll call for a ball up. There's the bounce. Morton flies high. It goes off his hands and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Essendon 13-21-99, leading St Kilda 8-14-62 after 22 and a half minutes in the last quarter.
There's Sampson going for the ball. No, there's the clock. And we've got about 8 minutes of play left before the close of this grand final. Baldock with the ball. Umpire Crouch has called for it. It must have been an infringement somewhere. No, he's going to bounce the ball, brings it back. Here you see a number of players milling around there. They've got it bottled up in that forward pocket. Egan gets it though for Essendon, drives the ball forward, has come out onto the wing position. Chance here for St Kilda. They drive the ball forward again. Essendon are closing up the defence though, but there's a beautiful mark taken by Cooper of St Kilda. Cooper in front of the pack brings down a beautiful mark. He'd be about 30 yards out. Angle not very acute, and he should be able to put it through. There's the shot at goal. Oh, it's a tired kick, tired-looking kick. It's hooked right around, and the mark is claimed here by Essendon's Davis. Davis bringing down the mark for the Dons in their last line of defence. The Essendon defence right throughout the day has been magnificent, particularly their half-back line. Here's the kick now by Davis up towards Shelton, number 10. Ball knocked away, picked up here by Gerlach. He breaks away from the pack. Has got a lead here further afield from Burt, but the pass is astray, and it goes straight into the safe arms of Roger Head, the back pocket player for St Kilda.
Head from centre half back, looks for Cooper in the centre of the ground. He is pushed in the back and gets the free kick. Cooper of St Kilda goes on quickly with play, sees a lead further forward, but the kick falls short into the arms of Sampson, who takes a steadying mark. 24 minutes of play gone. Egan in the hands of the trainers in the forward pocket. Meantime, the ball goes back to the centre of the ground, and the mark is taken by Griffiths of St Kilda. That's Egan, who cramped rather badly after he took a kick some 2 minutes ago. Griffiths' kick drives the ball back where a big pack of players gathers. Howell is up there, claims the mark. Howell's brought the ball to the ground. Umpire Crouch says it's Verden Howell's mark, and Howell is 35 to 45 yards out, almost directly in front. Moves in quickly to kick for goal. His kick is true, it's through the middle. 3 goals to Howell. St Kilda have their 9th goal on the board. 9-14-68 to
forward pocket. There's Waite, number 27, coming on for Essendon. Egan, their rover, has gone off. He's in the hands of the trainer at the punt road end. In the meantime, back to the centre.
There's the bounce again, and Dittrich flies high, attempts to hook the ball further forward, but goes to Burt. Burt out to Blue, and Blue takes the mark. Blue in the centre of the ground for Essendon to drive the Dons further forward. A lovely drop kick towards centre half forward and Fraser. Fraser is up in front of the back. The ball punched away from him, comes to the ground. Gosper is in there, picked up by St Kilda's cross, gets the ball to Serakovsky. Serakovsky towards the wing, and the mark is taken by Roberts of St Kilda. Roberts, a left foot kick, sees a lead further afield given by Smith, but here's Davis chipping in from the half-back flank for Essendon to cut off yet another St Kilda drive forward. Davis' kick lands the ball out on the centre wing. Mitchell is there. In comes Smith, smothers the ball off Mitchell's boot, and it goes out of bounds on Essendon's half-forward line.
The official attendance today, 104,846. 104,846. The aggregate for the 4 final series matches, a record 388,460.
Magnificent effort. Now here's Burt, picks up the ball, short passes in towards Fordham, comes back towards Burt. He's taken off the ball. It's picked up by Smith of St Kilda. His kick falls in short, and the mark is taken by Waite, the big fella who came on as 20th man for Essendon. Now Waite is within scoring distance. He's about 45 yards out, angle of about 30 degrees, and has a chance to register yet another score for Essendon. Favours the drop kick, covering plenty of distance. Won't get the required distance, however. The ball comes to the ground in the goal square, picked up by Smith. Smith goes for the boundary line. It bounces once inside the line and then decides to go across the line and out of bounds.
About 3 minutes remaining for play in the 1965 Grand Final.
Essendon 13-21-99, St Kilda 9-14-68. Boundary throw-in, Ditterich against Waite. Ditterich marks the ball. He and Epps tangle on the ground. Ditterich deals one out. Epps wants more, and umpire Crouch decides on a bounce. There's the bounce from Crouch. Ditterich goes in, gets his kick. However, he's given away a free kick, and the free kick will be taken by Essendon's Waite. Essendon 13-21-99, leading St Kilda 9-14-68 after 27 minutes in the final term.
Here's Waite. He'll put Essendon well into attack. A magnificent drop kick right up in front of goal, and there's the big fellow Sampson flying and bringing down the mark. Right in front of goal and about 20 yards out. Straight kick here, and the Dons will have their 14th goal on the board. They've got this well sewn up with only 2 minutes to go. There's the kick by Sampson. It's true, straight through the middle. Essendon now 14-21, 105 points. St Kilda 9-14-68, and that's Sampson's second goal. Centre.
There's the bounce. Ditterich flies high, but Mackenzie punches the ball back towards Essendon's attacking zone. Taken by Sierakowski. Sierakowski and Epps having a little to do behind the play. Meantime, the mark has been taken by Mitchell, it looks like, for Essendon at centre half back. Mitchell drives the Dons forward into the centre of the ground. Griffiths comes in, tries to smother Clark. In there, a player is being held. It's Rowland, and Rowland takes the free kick for St Kilda in the centre of the ground with 29 minutes of play gone, and Essendon leading 105 points to 68. There's the kick from Rowlands towards centre half forward. Players fly high, nobody can bring it down. It comes to Stewart. Stewart's kick goes in towards the forward pocket. It bounces towards Howell and Payne. Comes back to be picked up by Kennedy. Kennedy trying to force his way through. Has the ball go towards the ground. Picked up by Ross Smith. He can't get clear. Comes back to the ball again. It's kicked off the ground. A chance for Kevin Roberts doing battle out there with Blue. Baldock comes in to assist. Blue is caught with the ball close to the boundary line. Umpire Crouch has blown the whistle. A free kick against the Essendon player Blue, to be taken by Kevin Roberts in the forward pocket. The St Kilda player this time on the ground. It could be Morton. Roberts kicks for goal. Off the line and behind only is the result. St Kilda 9-15-69, Essendon 14-21, 105. Verdon Howell is the player coming off the ground, and so St Kilda will finish the grand final with 17 men.
Only about a minute remaining for play as Brown puts the ball into play. He's kicked in magnificently all day, this fellow. There's Dittrich flying high for the ball. Couldn't hold the mark. Pryor, 21, trying to get hold of it. It's come into the open spaces. There's a chance here for Rowland. He gets hold of the ball, dashes downfield with it, has a shot at goal. It comes off the side of the boot. Baldock goes for it one-handed. He's outnumbered there. He's backed up by Smith. Smith comes in, runs round, is going to have an acute angle shot for goal, and I think he's put it through for a point only. Yes, a point only to St Kilda in the dying stages of the game. St Kilda moving on now to 9-16-60 points. Essendon 14-24 for St Kilda. Here Brown, though, in the meantime, putting a ball into play out onto the right half forward flank. There Charlie Payne gets hold of it for Essendon, drives it close towards the boundary line where Gosper, number 6, goes for it there with head. It beats them both over the line to be thrown in centre wing on the outer side of the ground. Any moment the siren should go to end this grand final between Essendon and St Kilda. The Dons much too good, though. Much too good on the day. There's the tap going to Burt. Burt picks up the ball, gets a lead further afield. Smothered, though, by St Kilda. Umpire Crouch has blown the whistle. I think he'll come in and bounce the ball on Essendon's left half forward flank. Essendon 14-21, 105 points, and Kilda 9-16-70. Chance now for St Kilda to go forward, getting the ball up towards Cooper. There goes the siren, and it's all over. And there's a very happy-looking John Coleman with his back to us in the light coat, the coach of Essendon and one of the greatest full forwards the game has seen in Victoria. And don't they look a happy bunch, the Essendon bench, with John Coleman being congratulated all round. Alan Jeans, there he is, the St Kilda coach, moving along to congratulate John Coleman. Well, let's have a look at the final scoreboard. Essendon 14-21, 105 points. St Kilda 9-16-70 as we return New South Wales and Canberra viewers to their studios at Gore Hill.